Hey guys, how's it going? This is Josh and I want to welcome you to episode 3 of the Books by Josh show. Today's episode was actually inspired by some graffiti I read while walking the Manhattan Bridge this past Saturday. The title of this episode is, Are you getting the answers/results that you want? The title is both simple and complex at the same time, so let's jump in. The exact message that was written on the bridge in graffiti read, Ask the right questions, get the right answers. So before I get into my own topic, let me touch upon the topic which was in the graffiti. The graffiti's message is straight to the point and it's powerful. The reason it's powerful is because of what it means. So if you have worked in a field that you interact with customers often, such as retail, customer service, then this saying will resonate better with you. The reason why I say that this saying resonates better with people who are from these fields is because when you deal with people, they don't tell you exactly what they want. They tell you everything else. So, in one of my jobs, I had to sell computers. This is many years ago, but the customer never told me what they wanted from the computer. They just had broad statements. So, I learned in the job to ask probing questions, which are essentially open-ended questions that help me get the right answer so I can put the customer in the right product. So that's what the saying means to me. You have to ask the right questions to get the right answers, which is great because if you're not asking the right questions, you can't put a customer in the right product in the sense of retail. But getting to the right answer is fine, but getting the right results is more important. And results are even broader topic, okay? But results apply to almost every aspect of our lives. So let's just take a look at the typical person's goals. Many people make a goal to lose weight or get in shape. Other people set goals to do better financially, while others set goals to learn something new or further their education. The only way to gauge your progress on obtaining your goal is to look at the results that you have so far. Personal example is my goal to publish a book. While writing the book, I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted. To get the results that I wanted, I had to take a step back and think things over. After thinking everything over, I realized that to achieve the result I wanted, my goal, I had to change my approach. Okay? So my approach at the time was just writing a couple hours here and there. That didn't work. Until I sat there and wrote 16 hours straight for over a week straight to finish it. That's when I started seeing results. Okay? A better story about changing an approach to get the right results is the story of Buckus. Now, you just heard the name Buckus, and you're like, what is Buckus? What does it have to do with anything? Well, Buckus, he's a dog. And he's the dog from Rocky 1. But he's also Sylvester Stallone's actual dog at the time. So, for those of you who don't know Stallone's story, he was struggling as an actor. Okay, he hit rock bottom. When I say rock bottom, he was sleeping in the library. He lost his wife. Everything went wrong for him. And at one point, he had only one friend, his dog Buckus. And it got so bad that he couldn't afford to feed the dog or himself. So he was forced to sell Buckus. So he stood outside selling his dog for $50. And nobody wanted him. Then one man walked up to him and offered him, I think, $20 or $25. And Stallone had to do it. It was the hardest decision of his life. But he did it because that's how much he was in need. So after making a deal on Rocky, to be Rocky, and also to get paid for it, the script, he made $30,000. Which back then was a lot. Even though he was offered $365,000, he took $30,000, points on the movie, which is a percentage of the revenue of the movie, and he's playing the main title character, Rocky. Do you know what was the first thing he did? He went to a liquor store to buy back his dog. He stood outside that liquor store for 3 nights until on the third night he saw the man who bought the dog. He offered the man $150. The person said no, that he's too attached to the dog. He then offered the man $1,000. Nothing. So Stallone had to change his approach. Okay? And since he's changed his approach, he actually got back his dog Buckus. It wasn't easy or cheap. It cost Stallone $15,000 and a part in the movie Rocky. But guess what? He achieved the result that he's wanted because he changed his approach. Okay? You might say, wow, you would never do that. But that's an extreme case. What I'm trying to say is if you want something badly and failure is not an option, then you must try everything. Okay? If you approach something with the same approach every single time and it's not working, you gotta change the approach. Think about it. It's just like dating. If you approach someone and it doesn't try, if it doesn't work, you try on someone else. If after trying the same approach multiple times on different people, seeing that it doesn't work, stop and try to think of an alternative approach. Albert Einstein defined insanity as doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. In my personal life, I know many people who, for the past 6-7 years, have complained day in and day out about their job, saying how much they want to go back to school or find a better job. But at the end of the day, they don't change their approach. Okay? They don't take a night class. They don't read up on anything. But at the same time, I know someone who was a manager for a Fortune 500 company. They weren't happy with it, so you know what they did? They started taking night classes and they became a graphic designer. So they changed their approach and it worked for them. If you want anything in life that's more than what you have now, you have to change your routine. Think about it. If you're doing some crazy diet and not seeing the results that you want in getting a better body or getting in shape or anything like that, then change it up. Add in a small workout in the morning and or the night. If you want to get out of that and you feel like nothing's working, read up on the matter and come up with a new plan. That's the whole thing. You can't keep attacking the same problem the same way. Okay? If you saw Super Bowl 51, you witnessed how powerful the change of approach can be. The Patriots were losing 21-3 at halftime. Rather than continuing to do what they were doing in the first half, they changed it up. They ended up tying the game and sending the game to overtime and winning in overtime 34-28. It's the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history because they changed their approach. So my question to you, the listener, is still the same. Are you getting the answers / results that you want? If your answer is no, then look at your approach and try to see how you can change it to give you the right results that you want. Changing your approach might not require that much, or it might require you to actually leave your comfort zone. Okay? It's hard, trust me. But it can help you achieve. If it can help you achieve the results you want, then it's well worth it. Look at me, my voice, I hate the way it sounds. It sounds weird to me when it's played back from a recording because it's not what I hear when I talk. But in order to bring my message to a broader audience, I started this podcast, which requires me to hear my voice constantly when I'm adjusting things, re-listening to old episodes. Okay? If I could come out of my comfort zone, so can you. Okay? Try to change your approach in life for anything. It could be something as simple as how you make your coffee in the morning. Maybe it's going to taste better. Think about it. If you enjoyed this episode of the Books by Josh Show, please feel free to subscribe. If you want more content, feel free to visit my site, booksbyjosh.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at booksbyjosh. If you wish to support me, feel free to visit my Patreon page, which is, of course, patreon.com/booksbyjosh. And like always, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one.